Sometimes our interest is to compare the proportions in the two populations. That if some factor of interest is more common in one or other, whether they are equal or not. To do this, we carry out test of hypothesis for two population proportions. Suppose we want to compare the proportions of individuals with a certain characteristics in population 1 and population 2, or we are interested in looking at the opinion of the people in population 1 as compared to the population 2. Let's call these parameters of interest as P1, proportion for the population 1, and P2, the proportion for the population 2. The ideal strategy is to take separate random samples from each population and compare the sample proportions. Binomial proportions from sample 1, we start by calculating sample proportions. Generally, we call it P hat 1, which is x1 divided by n1, where x1 is the number of successes in sample 1 and n1 is the number of observations in the sample 1. Similarly, we calculate these binomial proportions for sample 2. And there we start by calculating sample proportion P hat 2. P hat 2 is the ratio of x2 and n2, where x2 is the number of successes in sample 2 and n2 is the number of observations in sample 2. So if we want to compare the effectiveness of treatment 1 and treatment 2, this time the parameters P1 and P2 that we want to compare are the true proportions of successful outcome for each treatment groups. So we use the proportion of success in the two treatment groups to make the comparison. We can see it from the table below. If for the population 1 and population 2, the parameters are represented by capital P's or P1 and P2, the statistic is calculated from the sample, which is P1 hat and P2 hat, and the sample sizes N1 and N2. We want to make comparison between these two populations on the basis of their proportions. It's very important that we understand that what's the sampling distribution of difference between two populations proportions before we actually perform the statistical inference in this situation. P1 hat and P2 hat are random variables. The statistics P1 hat minus P2 hat is the difference of these two random variables. We can see that the sampling distribution of P1 hat minus P2 hat, which is a sampling distribution of difference, follows the normal probability distribution approximately, with the mean P1 minus P2 and the standard error P1 into 1 minus P1 divided by N1 plus P2 into 1 minus P2 or N2 square root of it. Let's look at a quick comparison. Here we are looking at the two populations and their simple random samples when they are taken out of it, and we want to demonstrate that how the distribution of the difference of the proportion looks like. So a simple random sample of 100 students from school 1 and a separate simple random sample of 200 students from school 2 was obtained. Figure A represents approximate sampling distribution of P1 hat. Figure B represents approximate sampling distribution of P2 hat with certain parameters there. And the difference in the sampling proportion was then calculated and plotted in the figure C. And this process was repeated 1,000 times and is shown below in the figure C. That we can see that how the sampling distribution of the difference of these sample proportion looks like. So in a two-sample z-test for proportion, we choose a simple random sample of sizes N1 and N2 for a large population that contains an unknown parameter, P1 and P2 of successes. And we want to test the null hypothesis that the proportion in the group 1 equals to the proportion in the group 2. And for this, we carry out the null hypothesis P1 minus P2 equals to 0, which refers to the no difference in the proportions. And this is equivalent to the testing that H0 P1 equals to P2. And we compute the Z statistics, Z equals to P1 hat minus P2 hat, which are the sample proportions for the two samples, minus P1 minus P2, which are the population proportions for the two population, divided by the standard error of the sampling distribution of the difference between two proportions, which is P1 hat into 1 minus P1 hat divided by N1 plus P2 hat into 1 minus P2 hat over N2. So to find the p-value of calculating the probability of getting a Z statistics this large or larger in the direction specified by the alternative hypothesis can be stated as if our null hypothesis is that P1 equals to P2, our alternative hypothesis could be P1 minus P2 is less than 0, which is equivalent to saying that P1 is less than P2. Or our alternative hypothesis could be P1 minus P2 is greater than 0. The difference of the proportions is greater than 0, which means P1 is greater than P2. Or a two-tailed test, where HA is P1 minus P2 is not equals to 0 when two proportions are not equal. So one can test these three various type of hypotheses with Z-test for the proportions. We will use different critical region as given in the figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3 at the bottom of the slide. So when the null hypothesis to be tested, that P1 minus P2 is equals to 0, we are hypothesizing that the two population proportions are equal. We use this as justification for combining the results of the two samples to come up with a pooled estimate of the hypothesized common proportion. Since we are saying that P1 equals to P2, we can create a pooled estimate out of it. So if this procedure is adopted, one computes P bar, which is x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2, where x1 is the number of successes from the sample 1, x2 is the number of successes from sample 2, n1 is the number of observation in the sample 1, and n2 is the number of observation in the sample 2. And q bar, which is 1 minus p bar. So this pooled estimate of p equals p1 equals to p2 is used in comparing the standard error for p1 minus p2 hat. So the standard error is calculated as p bar into 1 minus p bar multiplied by 1 over n1 plus 1 over n2, since it's a common value for both the samples now. To test the hypothesis H0 P1 minus P2 is equals to 0 against alternative HA P1 minus P2 is not equals to 0, the Z statistics used is Z, which is distributed approximately as standard normal if the null hypothesis is true. So let's take an example where Noonan syndrome is a genetic condition that can affect the heart growth, blood clotting, and mental and physical development. Noonan et al. Examined the stature of men and women with Noonan syndrome. So the study contained 29 male and 44 female adults. One of the cutoff values used to assess stature was the third percentile of adult height. 11 of the male fell below the third percentile of adult male height, while 24 of the females fell below the third percentile of female adult height. So we want to examine that if this study provides sufficient evidence for us to conclude that among subjects with Noonan syndrome, females are more likely than males to fall below the respective third percentile of adult height. And we want to assume the level of significance for this test is 5%, which is alpha equals to 0.05. Before we carry out this test of significance, it's very important that we talk about the assumption. Here in this test, we assume that the patients in the study constitute independent simple random samples from the population of males and females with Noonan syndrome. The sampling distribution of P1 hat minus P2 hat, which is the difference of the two proportions, is approximately normally distributed in accordance with the central limit theorem. Our null hypothesis can be stated as PF minus PM, that represents proportion of females and proportion of males respectively is less than or equals to 0. And likewise, the alternative hypothesis that PF is greater than PM, or PF minus PM is greater than 0, with usual level of significance alpha to be 0.05 and the test statistics given as Z statistic. Making the calculations, we know that 24 individuals had their heights lower out of 44 females. So the proportion for the females in our sample is 0.545, and similarly proportion for male is 0.379, where 11 is our variable of interest. Calculating P bar, it turned out to be 0.479, and we substituting these values into the Z statistics, the value is 1.39 with a p-value 0.083823. Our decision rule is usual that we use for the p-value. It is reject H0 if p-value is less than or equals to the alpha. So here we can notice that p-value 0.0823 is certainly greater than 0.05, which is alpha. So if this p-value is greater than 0.05, we may not be able to reject H0. So consequently, we say that in the general population of adults with Noonan syndrome, there may be no difference in the proportion of males and females who have heights below the third percentile of adult height.